Now, if you guys never used a boat cover before, they're pretty simple. The actual cover goes around the top, but there's straps usually built into the cover themselves that go under the trailer or attached to the trailer, and that's how you really tighten it down. This cover is made to fit boats up to 75 inches wide and 16 foot long. Now, just a reminder, even though RVmasking sent me this, I am free to give whatever opinion I want. I'm not afraid to give my honest opinion wherever it's warranted. Okay, we gotta find the front. All right, so we found the front tag here. I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up to the nose of the boat. So it looks like there's double stitching right along the front here where it actually attaches to the boat, just for extra strength. So front, comes up the front. And I'm just going to start working it out on the sides. This front part staying on the nose there. So it looks like it's elastic on the side, so this is going to stretch all the way to the back corner. So something else I'm noticing is that the corners are also double stitched. Pretty much anywhere there's a tension point. It's nice, it kind of catches right on the corner there. Gets this right on the corner there. All right, so these are the points that will attach to the trailer and get tightened down. This I really like. If you ever get a cover, you have to make sure it's vented. These things will get super hot inside, and this can damage electronics and whatnot, but the worst is if you get water or moisture under there, like it gets humid for a day and it traps under there. You can take your cover off for the beginning of the new season and it's all molded. So having vents are extremely important. Something I dealt with a lot living in Florida. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and attach all of the straps to the trailer, and then we'll tighten it down and see how it looks. So just a small correction, I actually had this off center. This is centered now. These double stitch sides here are for square front Jon Boats. This is actually a cover made specifically for a Jon Boat. So if you don't have a Mod V, these will be double stitched for the corners. All right, so to attach to your trailer, you're just gonna unbuckle one side, loop it around your trailer, and then come back and buckle it back on. Since the rear of the boat can be set up in a lot of different ways, your strap is detached on these. There's a loop at the bottom. This loop goes over the trailer. See, so you got it through the trailer, and then this comes through the loop, which attaches it to your trailer, and then right onto the cover. Same thing for this side. All right, so the last one is on the front here. This works just like the back, where you can pick your anchor point. I think I'm just gonna do it around the base here. Loop it around, tighten everything up now. I think what I'm going to try to do actually is move these inner buckles to the outside. I think that might tighten it front to back a little bit better. So now that we have this all tightened up, we can take a look and see what we think. So right off the bat, I can tell you that this material should hold up pretty well. It's not like blue tarp thick, but it is thick enough obviously to hold out water, which is the point, and light enough that it's going to stretch easily over the boat. I really like the vents. There's actually a hard plastic sewed in here to keep them open. That way they don't lay flat and stop venting. On the inside, you can see there's holes, and that's what lets the hot air come out the vents. Overall, it does a great job sealing up the boat. I don't see any issues of where it might rub on your boat or cause any issues there. All of the strapping is on the top of the tarp. Nothing is actually directly rubbing on your boat. On the Mod V, it is a little frumpy looking because these were definitely set up for Jon Boats with the square fronts. It still does a, fine enough job. All you're trying to do is keep the water out, so it'll definitely handle it there. The price on these, I don't think I mentioned the price yet. These were like 80 bucks, something like that. I'll have a link in the description to the Amazon listing. At the time of this recording, they were sold out, but I've heard that they should have them back in stock soon. But overall, for what it is, I mean, how can you go wrong for 80 bucks? A lot of the boat covers I've seen, they run from like 150 to 200, even higher for the custom sized ones. All right, so final thoughts and recommendations for the boat cover. Overall, I think for the price range you're buying in, which is under 100 bucks, which is pretty good for a 16-foot boat cover, this is a really good quality. I really like how it's stitched. The material feels like it's gonna hold up pretty well in the sun and just general weathering and things like that. The buckles and how they attach is very convenient. This took maybe 10 minutes in total to get completely set up. And that was also after redoing the back. I love that it has vents. I've used unvented covers before and they were an absolute pain, so glad that that's there. If I had to pick some downsides to the cover, number one, you're probably gonna want some type of tent pole for the middle. They have them where they're like a pole with a dome on the top to kind of raise your cover. Even though the straps go across and tighten the cover pretty nicely, I can see water sitting between the straps, so you're definitely gonna wanna keep this pitched up in some way. That's not really a fault of this cover specifically because pretty much all covers do that, but just something to keep in mind. Number two, I would like this to also work for Mod V boats better. This is definitely set up for a Jon Boat with a square front more intentionally. You can see there's a lot of heavy stitching on the corners up front, and also it's just a little baggy in the front when you're using a Mod V. Now they also sell boat covers for, you know, V front boats and anywhere from 16 to 20 something feet. So that could be more just the model that I have and less about their covers in general. The last thing, if I could make a recommendation, is to include at least one more strap for the center of the boat. I don't think these are really set up to accommodate float pods, but even if there weren't pods, I think that having one more strap towards the center would really tighten up the whole cover in a way that I think would help with water running off it better. So overall, like I said, I think it's a great cover. For the price range of under $100, you're getting a quality cover that's vented with easy to use straps and pretty universal.